This is the Jeff Oravich Show.
All right, welcome back. Angela, Olivia, and Owen are with me. So let's just switch gears a little bit here. What generation are we? Not you.
Yeah.
Angela's out.
Not me that we know of.
You're the 12th or the 13th.
I actually don't know mine that far back, but...
You never did the research or anything.
Yeah, you guys are the 13th. And
I think I'm the 12th.
And then they're the 13th generation Mayflower.
Is that right, Owen? 13th. Yeah. You're 13th generation Mayflower descendants.
Cool.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
I still remember Mom doing that, and I was in kindergarten to the classroom, and she was like, Olivia's great, 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 on and on and on.
It's a long list.
Grandpa was on the Mayflower.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And you know what? I'm talking about this now because here's the deal. I'm taking next week off. So I wanted to get this out, and then you may be listening people can listen to the replay because I think I'll play this either Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving Eve as well. Maybe that's happening right now. Maybe it is the replay. I don't even know. I'm just confused at this point. I've been preparing.
What dimension are we in?
Wait, I stepped through some kind of wormhole earlier because I've been all day long preparing shows for when I'm off during Thanksgiving week. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, whew. Yeah. What happened to the day? Yeah, but 13th generation Mayflower descendants. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I think they can trace 10% back to the Mayflower.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
So 1 in 10
so
Americans.
You might have a chance.
Yeah,
you might be in the club.
Mine that far back.
Yeah, you're kind of an outsider.
I know.
Yeah, you're not cool like us. So okay, what have you got? You've got some different factoids and
so the first Thanksgiving I was going to say is in 1621. We always we always think that's how it was, but it's kind of debatable. They think that there could have been some earlier in the 1500s down in Florida. Similar type of thing.
Wait. Down in Florida?
Yeah, similar type of thing.
Blowing my mind here.
Yeah.
Huh.
So
who was that?
I didn't write that down.
Wouldn't that be the Spanish?
Yeah, wouldn't that be the Spanish? Because
Saint Augustine.
Okay.
And then I heard stuff in Europe.
Well, they were probably doing it back then, right?
Well, and Canada's dates back to the 1500s too.
It can also be a religious thing that was common of a Thanksgiving with a feast.
Yeah,
or a day of thanks.
Yeah, no, that could be. Because the other settlement was the Jamestown one that was a total disaster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that one just didn't work out at all.
Right.
But the Mayflower and the Pilgrims,
they came here in 1620.
Yeah.
And so the kind of prevailing story is that they had their first feast type thing in 1621.
Okay. It is hard to tell because...
Which is probably true. It's just no one can prove that was the first one.
The first one, yeah. And the problem is I can't tell you what's happening across country 5 minutes ago now with all of our technology to any accurate degree at this point. Yeah. So, who the heck knows, I guess. But
it's still what it's famous for.
Oh, so. Exactly. I'm not that. And we'll hopefully get to go back to where they think Plymouth Rock is.
Yeah, we're planning next summer.
Yeah. So that'll be fun. But and it wasn't like the Thanksgiving we have now.
No,
probably
it's the food is completely different back then, and that's part of my trivia was.
Okay, go ahead.
There might be turkey.
Maybe deer and probably seafood and stuff that was
wild. It wasn't turkey since they were close to the ocean and water. It was lobster and corn. It was duck and.
Oh, okay.
Birds like that, water birds.
Probably goose too.
Yeah, and so not the fat turkeys we get that they produce farm raised,
right?
Kind of thing. Yeah.
So
did they have? I wonder if they had turkeys back there wild.
Probably I think they may have, but I don't know that was on the dinner table that
pretty skinny
time. So
yeah. Okay, what do you got?
So second on you guys' list usually for Thanksgiving as far as favorite stuff is probably what mashed potatoes. Yeah. So do you think potatoes were at the first?
Yeah, probably, because that's one of the easiest things to grow.
What do you think?
I'm raising my hand, but no, I want Olivia to make a guess. Because Owen says, probably that was one of the easiest things. You?
No.
On radio here, you got to come up with an answer. This isn't like phone a friend.
Maybe they carried potatoes across the sea, but then they're mushy. But okay.
Potatoes came from South America.
They did, and eventually they made their way to Europe. But in 1621, they were not here in North America.
I said no.
Yeah. Right.
Well, a lot of people think potatoes and they think the Irish. You
Irish,
think of the
Yeah.
potato
The great
famine.
potato famine.
It's
They
just
took the
at that time they had
yeah.
not gotten
They
here
took
yet.
the potatoes
Yeah.
back there, and it became a staple crop. But that was a South American thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Another thing is pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin
right?
pie.
It's very traditional
Yeah.
still to
No
this
baked
day.
goods.
Yeah, probably with Olivia. They
Because
probably
they
bake
didn't
goods.
have enough sugar, I think.
Yeah,
Like their
and
supplies were
that's-
running out, and then they also didn't have the ovens to make it in.
Right.
Yeah, they had ovens.
Did they have ovens?
Yeah, they had. That's how they cooked their food. They
Not
had.
for baked goods though. Maybe like an open.
Maybe they made a
oven.
brick one.
They yeah, they had. What are they called?
A brick oven, like for pizza.
Yeah, something like
They-
that.
The way I
well,
learned
the
it, there were
pumpkin
no
pie
baked
wasn't
goods.
there yet in the 1600s.
Did they have that gnarly DiGiorno pizza you were
Yeah,
telling us
right.
about? The Thanksgiving pizza?
So the pumpkin pie's been around since like the 1700s.
Wait,
so
where did
it
pumpkins
wasn't-
grow? Did they grow in the North America? Is that-
I that's not what I was talking about. I'm just
Oh,
talking
okay.
about
I
whether
think
pumpkin
so.
pie was there or not. But
Okay.
so no.
Okay,
And
no.
also, it was just kind of a fun fact. In 1705, a town in Connecticut delayed Thanksgiving by like a week
Okay.
because the river that they used to get goods over was frozen, and so they couldn't get molasses. And
Oh.
so they were like, without pumpkin pie, we're not doing it. So they canceled it for a week.
That's Die Hard right there. It's like,
Yeah.
if we can't have pumpkin pie, we're not having Thanksgiving. It's out.
Dedication.
And so, along with that same thing, the cranberry sauce wasn't around back then either. it's like,
The crime.
yeah, because they
Cranberry
didn't
sauce
have
is
the
my
sugar.
favorite.
Okay.
You need the cranberry sauce needs a lot of sugar, or else the
Yeah.
cranberries are too tart.
Oh, is this
Or it's
like,
like, ooh.
is this like natural, like chocolate, like cocoa?
Yeah.
You try to eat that in your
Yeah,
mouth.
if
just
you
go-
eat them without, you can, and they
Instant
used them for
death.
dye and stuff like that. But and
They
you
had a
can
sugar
eat them,
shortage.
but they didn't have enough sugar. So
Okay.
that type of thing, like the canned version you see now, wasn't even around until like 100 years
Oh,
ago.
did they have they didn't have the canned cranberries that come out in the shape of the can?
They like slice them off.
Yeah.
Ni-
Some people love
1912
that.
They did.
1912 they started
Yeah.
that? Oh, that's one of your trivia ones? The
Yeah.
canned cranberry?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
always reminds me of turkey dinner at the lunch, the cafeteria in school.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, so speaking of that, it's funny you brought that up.
Okay.
So in 1953, there was this company that had a bunch of the frozen turkeys. Well, they overestimated the number of turkeys they would need.
Okay.
And so consequently, they had 260 tons of extra birds.
260 tons.
Tons. So what they did was they got a bunch of aluminum trays. They got an assembly line going, devised some sort of like menu thing, and they put the turkey and, stuffing, gravy, whatever, in the trays. And that's where the
Is this
TV,
the TV
dinner
dinner?
started.
Wow.
And so the next
An accident,
year,
really.
the following year, 10 million turkey TV dinners sold that year.
Who was that? Which company was that?
I didn't write
I
down the
wonder if that-
company.
And it was never
Was it
before.
like
I'd never
Swanson
heard
or
of
something?
the
Oh,
company.
you never heard of it? Okay.
So they sold those turkey TV
Yeah.
tray dinners for 98 cents.
It's bad because that was the beginning of the end of Western civilization. As soon as you get a turkey dinner in the microwave, well, they didn't have the microwaves back then.
Yeah.
But put it in the oven.
Probably soon though.
Yeah.
Yeah, the oven thing.
I don't know. I kind of grew up on TV dinners. Did
yeah.
you get those?
Yeah.
Like,
and the TV trays.
do you guys know what a TV? Oh, and do you know what a TV dinner is?
You eat it and watch TV.
Well, pretty much because the big thing was to get the trays, the TV trays.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so you would do that, but yeah, it was just like you pop it in the oven, and later on
the
you pop it in the microwave, and you had to take. It was like you actually had to follow directions. I don't think people could do it nowadays. They still sell them.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
most
for
people
sure.
couldn't even follow directions because you gotta take the foil off certain areas and you gotta poke holes in other areas. It was always complicated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I just like whatever, just throw the whole thing in.
Yeah.
And then I never understood how the plastic didn't melt, but I still don't understand that.
Just like how chocolate chips, wait.
They
It's
don't
gone.
lose their.
Oh yeah, they
Yeah.
won't melt completely
let-
in the
yeah.
oven, but then in the microwave.
Yeah, they do.
Strange world we live in. I'll tell
Yeah.
you what. All right, so what we got time for some more.
Okay, so in 1939, FDR, Thanksgiving happened to come really late that year, and he was concerned that Christmas shopping season would get interfered with.
Yeah.
It would be So he tried to move it up a week,
Oh,
and the people didn't like that. So they started calling it Franksgiving.
Franksgiving.
As in Franklin Roosevelt.
Right.
And political rivals at the time compared him to Hitler.
Oh,
Who else?
Nothing. It's
still happening.
Yeah, it's good to hear this.
Yeah.
That it's really, because we think of the climate as being so politically divisive, and I'm not a huge fan of FDR for a lot of reasons, but thinking back to that time, and it's like, we're in World War II.
1939.
Oh, it was 1939.
Yeah.
Okay, World War II was, depending on where we were at in the year, was either happening or about to happen.
Yeah.
And here's somebody who's just trying to change the time a little bit for the dinner or for Thanksgiving, and it's like, you're Hitler.
Yeah. So
nothing's changed.
Back then, only 23 of the 48 states went along with it.
Oh, really?
And then like 2 years later, Congress made it a
back.
done deal. Like it's always going to be the fourth Thursday.
Yeah, okay.
No matter if it's early or late.
We can do that, but we can't end daylight savings time.
Yeah,
Go figure.
Right.
What I want to see, I want a president that they like let some turkeys, because you know how they pardon a turkey.
Yeah, that was another one of my things.
saved
Okay, when did they start that?
Well, they kind of like over the years, some of them didn't kill the turkeys, but they didn't really call it, like, it wasn't officially a pardon. But then like Kennedy was the first one to kind of say, remember he had that line of, we'll just let this one grow.
Oh, okay.
And but the official pardoning started with Bush Sr. in 89.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it hasn't been around
Bush's
as long
fault.
as you might think.
Here's what I want. I want a president, whoever the next president is, I want them to come in and stock the turkey on and say, and like actually have a hunt. And then I want to see a president prepare the turkey, like process it.
Yeah.
And get it ready, and then hand it to the first. I'm being totally sexist here. Hand it to the first lady and say, "Okay, here you go. Go cook the thing."
Okay, so a question: do the female turkeys gobble like the male turkeys gobble?
No.
I have no idea.
It seems like not, but like our female chickens, they are so loud.
Yeah, they're really loud. Yeah,
No, they don't.
They don't gobble.
They're ladies.
Yeah.
They're ladies,
They
the
don't.
noisy males. All right, we got a few more when we come back.
Okay.
Love to hear from you. Talk with Jeff at iCloud.com. Hey, if I was selling a home in the Flagstaff area right now, I'd call Kelly Broadus with the Broadus Properties Group, brokered by EXP. That's what Marcus and Courtney did. They called her up. They were returning clients of Kelly's. They decided to sell their home in Doney Park, wanted to downsize, more manageable property, wanted to be by a place maybe with wild turkeys. I have no idea. But despite the shift in the market, they knew that Kelly was going to have the experience, the resources, and the team to get them top dollar. And that's exactly what happened. Got a cash buyer within just a few weeks, and now they settled down in a smaller, cozier place with, I hope, with a pond, with fish and turkeys and all that stuff. Call Kelly Broadus. She can help you out like she's helped so many people throughout the Flagstaff area and in northern Arizona. 888-446-5602. That's 888-446-5602, or go to northernarizonafinehomes.com. Back in a minute. All right, welcome back. We're getting ourselves to the mindset of Thanksgiving, really Thanksgiving week, but especially the big show, which is
Yeah, the big day.
Thanksgiving dinner.
Mm-hmm.
My
I
only,
can't wait to cook.
yeah, you guys love cooking. Owen, you always help out too. Isabel helps out.
Owen helps me with the turkey because he likes to get his hands up in there.
Other
basting
than
it,
that, he's just like,
basting it.
no thanks.
So,
Yeah.
how many turkeys do you think are prepped every year?
32 million. Wait, no, that's really
no
low.
way.
That's not a bad guess.
Oh, wow. I was going to say 100 million.
50 million.
Wow.
It's an even better guess.
72 million.
60.
It's 46 million.
Wow, 46
Oh, I think I was
million.
the closest.
Around
oh,
that's
no, they're-
estimated, but yeah.
That's a lot of
Yeah.
turkeys.
And then how long do you think average someone spends making a Thanksgiving meal?
In their life?
No. A
Like counting
meal.
up the hours?
A solitary meal.
On average?
Like, they're gonna,
How many hours
they
does it
take
take?
like
How many hours
4
does mom
hours.
spend?
Mom takes like 9 hours. Other people take
I was
like
about to say 9.
other people take like 5 minutes.
I'm going to guess
They're
7.
popping their TV tray
The
dinner in
TV
there.
dinner's going in.
Or maybe 6.
I say 5 hours.
Hey, that's what I said.
Oh, well, okay.
The
5 hours and
average
20
is,
minutes.
is 9.6 hours.
What?
Oh,
Well,
well,
because
Yeah.
you do stuff
I
the
said
day
you took
before
9 hours.
too.
Yeah,
so.
but that's probably included too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's, I feel,
Well, no, I'm saying that's how it's so much.
Yeah.
how much time do I spend?
You spend
Eating.
about 10 minutes carving the turkey.
I carve the turkey. That's my job, and then I eat it. And
I take a bath.
I
make
hope that
cranberry
there's some other
sauce.
volunteers that
And
clean
other
up
Yeah, yeah.
because I'm gone.
So after you cook the meal, it's funny. I was reading that the next day is a very busy day for plumbers, apparently,
Oh
because of
gosh.
the turkey grease and like the potato peels, and
Then nobody wants to work that next day, and then they're like
know.
making these phone calls.
that's
and,
their busy day.
I need the plumber to come in. Wow. And then everybody's diet starts,
yeah,
right?
well,
and then it's like, oh,
well,
I'm
no,
gonna-
it's like after December 26th. their
okay,
diets
that's the New Year's resolution.
because I also read it's something like 3,000, 4,000 calories an average meal.
Wow.
is
That's impressive.
Which is
2,000 to 3,000 calories.
3,000, 4,000 calories
For
for
the
one.
one meal.
like double what an
a
average
daily-
adult
Oh,
And then
would
you
have.
also have breakfast, most people, except
Yeah.
for the really true people
Yeah.
that are like,
Well,
we shall not eat
I
until dinner.
forego the rolls. Like during dinner, I'm like, this is filler.
Yeah.
No, don't do the
just
rolls
filler.
during dinner.
I like
save
the rolls.
no, but I save those for the turkey and the cranberry and the
sandwiches.
sandwich and all that.
Yeah,
like
later.
a few hours later, after everything's cleaned up, I go rip it all out, and I'm heating it
Sure.
up in the microwave.
Yeah.
Sadly, yeah. Okay, last
So
one.
for the last thing, I'd like to at least acknowledge. I mean, sometimes we hear stuff growing up, or what you learn isn't exactly how it was in history, right? And sometimes it's kind of portrayed in a rosy,
Yeah,
light.
yeah.
It's just not represented the right way sometimes. So I'd just like to acknowledge that there is kind of a darker side with the Europeans coming over, and they were fleeing persecution, but then in turn they like started their own kind of form of persecution, and it did change the lives of the
Yeah,
people that
a lot of
lived
people,
here.
yeah,
And that you can argue there's lots of good stuff that came of that also, but a lot of Native Americans died,
Yeah.
and their lives were altered forever. So
Yeah, true point.
it's just a good thing to remember.
Yeah. And
So-
I'm thankful that we got all our family, though, and I'm thankful for everyone who's been listening. This is I'll be gone Thanksgiving week, but worked really hard to bring a lot of shows, a lot of stuff for you guys. So hope you enjoy all that, and we'll be back right after Thanksgiving, right there on Monday at 4:06. So
Bright and early.
Happy
Bright
Thanksgiving.
and early.
Good Thanksgiving, everyone.
yeah, everybody. All right, everybody have a great, safe night. We'll talk with you soon. Take care.